Hey everyone, we're back with the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, Adventures, whatever you want to call it. Last time we did the cool posing thing with Sholmes. We've got to be near the end of the investigation, so we might start on the trial today. I'm not for sure. It's these dash along winter nights, you know. And I do wonder, are these the couple that are the witnesses, or is there a different married couple that are the witnesses? Anyway, nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good secondhand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. In the pages of one particular novel, discovered some rather illicit material. For which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. You're right. We stopped right at the end of the posing bit last time. Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather close to the mark. And beast is most certainly an apt. Here we go again. How much? I know why their bills are so high now. They've spent so much on tea just to pour it on his lamp. The carpet? Was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. An whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. Caught between the old sticks rage and the raging flames. Paint a torrid picture? Torrid? When that would have been most entertaining. Sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. Bally furniture started going up as well. What is bally? Bally. I've heard that multiple times. Bally meaning it's too British for me. Stop giving me the AI overview. I don't want this. I don't want to learn more. Used instead of a rude word such as bloody to express anger. Okay. A bally stupid idea. Is it bally or bally? Okay, so I can say that to be even more British. But I hide the mess behind that screen for the time being. Over here, Mr. Garrett? Oh, you have nothing more to hide now, if you'll allow me. Watch there be something super relevant to the case. Books! That green one looks different than the rest. But all my favorite old novels in that case. As soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Gosh. And the wife started hurling things at me. Before or after you put the fire out. What a terrible sight it must have been. There I was, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite, book called The Lion's Pride. Wait, I didn't even look at... There's not a ladder in this room, is there? Or a step ladder? The Lion's Pride? I guess you're a notorious love for big cats coming through again. I assure you, the title doesn't influence my choice in the slightest. Poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the campaign. Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. Well, I mean, can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure I can remember. 2 days ago now. Let's see, probably around 5 p.m. Yeah, around 5 o'clock, I think. That's awfully convenient timing. So at exactly the same time, the terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. Whole Blighty would have been flattened outside my window at that moment. Wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, really? Did she notice something? Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Narnhodo? What can I do for you? Well, I think we got to the bottom of Mr. Garridib's situation now. What does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances? I'm sure it's gonna play into it somehow. Can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I didn't say as much from the outset. I warned you that, although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something. Could not be sure whether his secret proved to be of relevance or not. I just knew you were gonna say that. Ha 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 ha. Now, Mr. Donner. Mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories. Those relevant to the case, and those not. Makes no sense to me. Well, is that an actual Holmes quote? I feel like I've heard that before. Well, no matter. I also wonder if they're ever going to bring up the Holmes quote they actually brought up in, I think it was Ace Attorney 3. Once you eliminate the possible, all that remains must be the truth, or something along those lines. What if they, hear me out, okay? Well, hear me out. They have Naruhodo saying it to Holmes, and he's like, oh, write that down, write that down. And so then 100 years later, Naruhodo's ancestor Phoenix reads that quote, and that would be so cool. Also, that if that happens, I swear I know nothing about that. That is not, I've not been spoiled. Okay, I swear. It's of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over. Oh no! Is it that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. I am trying very hard not to get spoiled, by the way. He's like, oh, I know something. Like a week ago, YouTube recommended me Ace Attorney, all prosecutor themes. I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll click on that. And then at the beginning of the video it said, warning, huge Great Ace Attorney 2 spoilers. I'm like, ah, and I ran away. I probably shouldn't have clicked it in the first place, but we have official paperwork to attend to. Or just like finding thumbnails is like, that is scary stuff. Anyway, so that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garridem. Oh, yes. So sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. So whose idea was it to have her pretend to be a maid, by the way? Seki-san will be waiting for us. Now I'm going to have to give him an answer. Oh, we can still examine stuff. Okay, is there a step ladder? Or ladder that can be negotiated? Not in here? Can't examine, well, can't examine the bookcase? Oh! Miserable sight. The whole room was engulfed in flames. Oh, so. Well, I do know. Wait, hold on, sorry. I was skipping that. He lost his books. I do know someone who's about to lose a bunch of books because they're about to be found guilty and killed. No ladder in here? Doesn't look like it. Let's go back to Natsume's room. Oh, and Trumps is sweet. But gotta do, you know. I mean, this could qualify as a ladder. Look at that. Like it's no. But yeah. There has to. Oh. Yeah. Tell a carrot. Oh. I tried to go over to Sholmes' suite. What's the matter? Something's going on over there in front of the Garrideb's house. Oh, so it's just as we leave. Yeah, let's just keep walking. Just keep walking. This person scares me. I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Is this a Shakespeare quote? I don't know enough Shakespeare to say. This guy scares me just as much. Look at his lower mouth. Look at that. Is that all chin? Who you calling an old man here? I'm looking nimini pinmini. It's a nimini pinmini. Is that British? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio. Then I dreamt of in your philosophy. That is definitely Shakespeare. Who is this Horatio fellow? What are you on about? Horatio's in... Hold on, we're looking that up. Shakespeare Horatio. Horatio's Hamlet? Okay. I'm very loosely familiar with Hamlet. Like, I've watched like a 5-minute summary video of Hamlet. I have not read Hamlet. My only experience with Shakespeare is reading about 2/3 of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Excuse me? What the? Who are you now? Sorry, just looks as though there might be a problem here. As my associate here, Mr. Yonosuke Naruhodo is a lawyer, you see? A lawyer? What? If you need any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan. I've studied English law. Fine. I'll be on my way for today. You mark my words. This ain't over yet. Cool pose. Get thee to a nunnery. I look like a bloomin' nun to you. Okay. I'm sure that these characters won't show back up again ever. Do hope you're not injured. Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle. Thank you. What was all that about? There are more things in heaven. Yes. We already heard that one. Not Horatio either. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here? In the Garrett residence? Oh, there. One of them's on the ground floor? Or both of them. That could be roomies. But I was thinking that the married couple would be on the ground floor. But since they never showed, unless, you know, it's the second floor people. Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode. Sir Garrett mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? Must be the man. You happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Oh yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy apologies in my battle of words in your could there be? Sorry? Battle, did you say? Who's the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. they do power scaling fights with Shakespeare. I'm telling you, Goku could beat Hamlet. Nuh-uh, no way. Let's see. I don't fully understand. Is Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances at least? So, fair maiden. So, good gentleman. I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well. Huh? Didn't really understand him, and I think he's returned to his room. He's unaware of what happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. Soseki-san and the man as lodgers, the Garrett house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return. Hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Okay, I'm sure that was like, we didn't even get that guy's name, did we? Hello. Kinda forgot what you look like. Your weird eyes. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's you! You're here! You came! Welcome student Mr. Nagahodo Esquire. I can't believe you came back! I'm so touched! So sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh no, think nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I'd purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never failing. Nipponese. So I did look it up. Apparently, Nippon with the P's, that's a historical term for Japan. It goes way back, so that's why we still sometimes say that instead of Nihon. You know, we never use. Now, let's not get carried away. I quite agree. What is this, prosecutor? Nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. Other hand? Oh, nice, Holmes. This through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. Oh, it's you! The miserable, rotten spy! Sherlock Holmes! Mr. Holmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything per se. Save observing, of course. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Holmes? Well, having encountered such curious reading material in that gloom folium, having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, said I should drop in on my way home, see how our divested friend is faring. Gloom folium. This your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. That's a superior option. Anyway, let's commend you on your taste in books. My day's been a delight. Cost me not a penny. Go to your library. Ah, you! How dare you! I mean, he did just taunt a man in prison. How dare you, Sherlock Holmes! I've had it. I'm through. At the end of my rope. Should never have come to Great Britain. It's a terrible mistake. haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is be damned! What are you thinking, Mr. Naruto? Mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings are cursed, I mean. There is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say. For the man's lodgings, and indeed, for tomorrow's trial. That's supposed to mean there's a ghost living there. Can I converse with him? Yeah. First trial. What do you mean by what you just said? By the trial being cursed? Oh no, why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. Just getting carried away, that's all. I don't mean anything by it. It really agitated him. I mean, trial really is cursed somehow. Praying to the prosecutor? The Reaper of the Bailey? The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Yeah, they're really reassuring me. Please tell me, summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words. That's the SISISS. No defendant has ever survived in trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. Maybe we shouldn't tell him that. Oh my goodness, can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly. Really? I wonder if in the Japanese version that was tell him a haiku, since I think this guy did haikus, but they couldn't get that much information in a haiku with English words. Or maybe it was 16 words and I'm just missing context. Yesterday, Mr. Naruto successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. You're McGilded. What? Ah, I'm impressed, Mrs. Susato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. I thought it was Gregson. Mr. Sholmes. Surely it can't be that, having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Ziggs killed the man himself. No way. Oh no, he couldn't have, surely. You have some wonderful notions. Sorry? The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Oh, yes. Of course he is. Of course he is, then. Why are you trying to scare me? We thought it would be funny. Could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. Exclamation point! What on earth do you mean by that? The Reaper. Van Ziggs is quite the exceptional man. However, in London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. That's good. Seki-san looks like he's gonna cry tears of joy. As you are no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial, both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, while the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It's an excellent system, where the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, retrieving evidence, calling imposters as witnesses, and so on. Wonder if we're gonna ever have an imposter as a witness. I mean, I guess you can count Lestrade. I do not think she was actually in that carriage. Oh. The time of the show, everyone, text message. Okay. Such underhanded means those who are able to sway the jury. Is that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, prosecution can fail. But it means the wrong verdict can be passed. Sadly, it is from time to time, my dear madam. Simply the reality of the situation. It's alright. However, those indicted by Lord Van Ziggs cannot escape justice. Their fate, stay night, is sealed. I think something's got in my throat. Oh my. Though the adjudication may seem to leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months, they all disappear. is most striking? My guess is that Ainzix is taking cases related to whatever big political scheme is going on. So they're either found guilty and, you know, get sent to jail and, you know, disappear, or he fails and doesn't find them guilty and then they get killed by, you know, behind the scenes people. Disappear? But how? By behind the scenes people, I mean Heart Vortex. That's apparently his name. What's his name? Strongheart? Male Strongheart. Come on, he totally looks like an antagonist. By all manners of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they were trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. I'm kind of expecting Strongheart to have a similar role as what's his name from Ace Attorney 1, you know, Rise from the Ashes, I think. You know, like the not DLC case, but kind of DLC. Oh, speaking of DLC case, I discovered Spirit of Justice has a DLC case. I've never played it. I played Dual Destinies with like the Orca, but not the Spirit of Justice one. Anyway, perhaps they were suddenly overcome by a raging fever, perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh no, no, oh, no, 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 no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruto. I knew it. I'm a dead dodo, done for, doomed. ADDDFT. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue. And the lodgings. There might be something relevant here. You said accursed lodgings before. Bring to the room at Jagarev's house, I assume. When you say you believe the place is cursed? It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain. I've only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. It didn't take long then. Strange feelings? Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I heard people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They're always staring at me, all the time, from dawn till dusk. Maybe it's the poses. Actually, did he learn these from the Shakespeare guy? Don't copy him. No. It was the other guy who did the poses, wasn't it? I shut myself away in my room. Even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. I've been very lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time. I did move a number of times. Most recently, to that room on Briar Road, a week ago now. Yes, why did you choose there? It was a little inconvenient. Their rent is cheap. I have so little money, it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed." Oops. Quickly tried to cover his mistake. Too late. I told him. You have something to say, then say it. And if not, don't mention it in the first place. Yes, well said. I wonder if someone else is living in that room. Like, well, like, you know, like some people like live in the attic, or like, oh, it's some parasite. Like someone's in like, not a basement, but like there's a hidden room in the room. But it was true. It was all true. You mean he is cursed then? Or since I moved in that windowless hellhole? My sleep has been plagued with nightmares. Wake feelings of being choked to death. My waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. Oh, he really is cursed. You're into the killer, you're in prison, no one wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. SBSSS. Only there's someone. One person on my side. You know, I mean, with this guy, doing like the YMCA dance would be easy. Like you just do S, S, S. To believe. It's to believe. To believe! That's the name of the Great Ace Attorney 3. Mr. Sholmes. Oh, me, Mr. Naruto? Right, what can I do for you? About the case on the SS Bouillon. You recall? The Bouillon. Oh, that case! The one with the snake! Yes, the one with the snake. Oh, yes. At that time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story, and put me in handcuffs. You helped us to investigate. I did I? Interesting. What I want to know is, why? Why did you believe in me? You mean? Because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with a victim in a locked room? Well, if you mean like, yes. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. Quite simple, really. You said, I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. Must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you've misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only things I believe in, those I choose to believe in. What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Yeah, that sounds like a cool one-liner, but it doesn't really mean anything. I make up my own mind about what it is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. Circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned. But, hey, don't say hang in front of this guy. I could have betrayed your trust. That case, in my elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse in my opinion. Meaning, whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. The matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, he's right. He's right. Welcome to Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Whether or not I can believe myself. Kazuma, do you believe in me? Believe in the me who believes in you. Hunt's lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. That comes down to how much faith he has in himself. Like how the headband is still moving even in mind. He doesn't need like a person off screen to fan it now. You're so right, Kazuma. It also would be really nice if you showed back up. You know, anytime now. You don't have to wait until the climax of the case of 1-5. Well, my dear fellows, time we're leaving, I believe. Already? Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There's a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Do you care to join me? He wants to go too. Oh dear. Never enough time, is there? Natsume. If you'd like, the trout Tamayo. I'd be happy to represent you. Character building. Look, I'm student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. As I said, I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday. Although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial? What to believe in. The defendant, justice, the truth. How to believe even. But I think I finally worked it out. That I must believe in myself above all else. Trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. My instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. It's imperative that we prove that in court. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I'll fight for your innocence until the bitter end, with every weapon available to me. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you to my own. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. That's why we're speaking in English. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It'd be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You merely need the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that, defying the main theme. But a roundabout journey, I got there in the end. All it took was 20 cups of tea to be spelled. Miss Susanoo. I think she spelled more tea than the Americans threw in the harbor. Yes? Would you like to be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Oh no, she's busy tomorrow. Just gonna go by the restaurant and have some more trout. Absolutely. This said this morning? Consider me Your personal, I mean, I thought she was, like, literally my personal judicial assistant. Shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind. Time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me. Mr. Sholmes believed in me now too. So it's time? And that I learned to believe in myself. Osaki-san has no one. He's all alone. My job to help him. Fight his corner. The Mayo. In the courtroom. With all the strength I can muster. To be continued. How far in are we? 30 minutes? Should we do the pre-trial bit now? Okay, no. A car just showed up outside and is playing music. I don't know if you can hear it. But I don't want to get copyright strikes. It's really loud, so I'm gonna go. I mean, that is a good stopping point, but anyway.